Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains with Howard back there. I'm down in his basement and we're going to do a lot of different ongoing talks and videos on brass trains. This is just the scratching the beginning. We do Andre runs, and every week when Andre comes over, or every couple weeks he comes over, we feature another brass locomotive. Obviously you can see a whole bunch of brass locomotives. Howard just acquired one he's been looking for in HO scale for years, so I want to talk a little bit about it and introduce it to you. Well folks, just giving you, this is just a tiny little taste of the many different brass locomotives Howard has in his collection. All of these are HO obviously. And then over here you'll notice, wow, look at this. This is a pretty fancy box. Gem models, every one a jewel. Union Pacific articulated big boy, Olympia precision models, product of Japan, and it came in this absolutely beautiful box. All right, Howard, tell us, give us some history of what Ruby gem models are. What is a Ruby model?
Ruby model was 5 models that were done by Olympia Gem.
Okay.
From 1961 through, I guess, somewhere in the maybe, or I can't remember. I think it was 67 was the last cutoff. They were usually done in runs of 50 or up to 54. Okay. They were handmade by, I think it was Takara, I can't remember his name. It's actually engraved in the bottom.
Okay.
Also the serial number, like some of the so-and-so of a 50, I think with this number 12 of 54.
Uh-huh.
And it's special because I had all rubies, all 5 of them. And the ones that were done were the C&O J2, and they also did a standard version. They did the Penzi H10 with 2 different tenders. They also did the Penzi S2, which was the steam turbine,
Okay.
which is a magnificent model. And they also did the, let me think, I can remember I'm 85 years old.
Right.
So I got to remember this. The final one would have been the Reading T1, which
Okay.
I have all 5 rubies. I did years ago, and when I was selling brass with the BrassTrains.com, which was my company before I sold it, a fellow ordered a regular gem big boy, which I had in stock. Well, would you believe I grabbed the wrong one? I grabbed the ruby instead, and sold and put it into the regular box, which was gray. All the rubies came in red boxes, ruby red. Well, it took me a while to realize what I did, and I called the guy. I'm not going to mention his name. I should, because I hate the son of a bitch.
Right.
He wouldn't give it back.
Bastard.
And I couldn't sue him because it was my mistake.
Right.
All I could do was throw him out of the train show, which I did.
Right.
But anyhow, so I finally found another one after 10 years, thanks to Scott Nichols. Scott picked up a huge collection up in Massachusetts, and in there was this Ruby Big Boy. Now, it's not mint. The one I had before, the one, our dad's Big Boy, was mint, as were all the other rubies. This one was weathered, custom painted, and it had high mileage on it. I'd say about 70,000 miles, scale miles.
Okay.
But it's still a Ruby Big Boy, and it runs beautifully. They all do. These things were so well done that they will last for several lifetimes if you maintain them.
Wow. So the difference between a regular gem locomotive and a ruby is the ruby is 100% handmade and super exclusive.
Yes.
And you were saying something about the drivers are jeweled.
Yeah, a lot of most of the drivers actually were hand cut with a jeweler's saw.
Oh my God.
And that's how handmade these were. Beautiful precision. The original retail price in 1961 was $350.
Good God. Now how much was a regular big boy back then?
Oh, 80, 90.
80 or $90.
Something like that, yeah. It was the most expensive brass locomotive ever done, up to 1961.
Wow. Let's go back and pan it, folks. Again, it came with a paint job already on it, but
Now, Jan Willard did an extensive modification. The regular Gem Ruby had a huge void between the cab and the tender.
Okay.
It was designed for, in those days, the 24-inch radius was king.
oh my goodness,
So it's Jan did some modifications, so this is the way it's coupled now.
much closer spacing.
And also in Rubies, only the rear drivers were powered, so the front will roll by themselves.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. So the rear has power.
Rear is power. That was similar to the early Tenchotas.
Wow.
Now this was not the first big boy done. Tenchota was done in these 3 years. The LMP did a big boy around the same time.
But the level of detail on this thing, this is 1961.
Yeah. Now there was another company called Paragon in 1958.
Okay.
Did a magnificent one, which I also have. That's that going down to good birch now to be painted.
All right, Howard, there's the signature.
That's the signature of the builder. Back here is the serial number. What does it say? I can't read it. Something of 54.
Yeah, like 50426. And these wires here for DCC pickup that Jan Willard put in.
This was number 26 of, actually there's a run of 50. This is number 26 of 50.
Right, that's what it says, 50-26.
Yeah, 26, yeah.
Wow, what an unusual thing to see.
And here's the signature here.
September 1961.
Yeah.
Wow. Say mint. Explain to people. Mint means unpainted, untouched.
A lot of people don't understand that. Mint means never out of the box.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of people say the locomotive is mint. That's not true. Once you take it out of the box, it becomes excellent in condition. Okay. This locomotive, I would say, is in good condition.
Good condition.
Not mint, not excellent.
Right. Well, somebody painted it, and of course, when
it was well painted. It was nicely weathered. It's got the alkali stains on it.
Right. All right, Howard, give it a whistle blow and send her on her way. What an engine. Folks, she's heading toward Albright, and she's going to disappear in a tunnel. Well, thank you for watching the video on this ultra rare locomotive. Absolutely beautiful piece. As she disappears in a tunnel. Stay tuned, we're going to have more video once we get a nice group of freight cars to hook on to this little baby. Thanks for watching.